The baking industry is changing fast. Between labor challenges, rising costs, and the growing demand for consistency, bakeries today are being asked to do more with less. That's why conversations like this matter. We're here to talk about real solutions that are helping bakeries not just keep up, but move forward. And we're excited to share what we've been seeing, learning, and building together. Eric, from a strategic viewpoint, how is Rademaker helping bakeries improve profitability while keeping product quality and flexibility a priority?
Product quality goes hand in hand with profitability and flexibility. At Rademaker, we have a team of dedicated dough technologists that work first and foremost on the product quality, to be followed up by a dedicated team of industry professionals and engineers that therefore make sure that the machine makes the product quality at the highest efficiency and yields, therefore producing the highest profitability for our customers.
Nick, what are the top concerns you're hearing from customers right now, and what is Rademaker doing to help address those issues?
Amy, one of the things that we're hearing from our customers is that the turnover rate for employees in the bakeries is greater than ever. So when we sit down with our clients and we start addressing the challenges that they have with the loss of actual talent in their bakeries, so not only bringing in but also retaining it as well, is we're finding that the best way to create solutions with them is to look at some of the operating screens, some of the HMIs, and making them easier to operate than ever. We're really making them simpler. But when you extend that all the way into just the way that we design the equipment in terms of, easy to clean, easy to maintain, all those factors come into play when we're talking about, making it easier to run our equipment. And then if a customer actually loses some of their employees for whatever reason, and they bring in new people, well, then we could train them a lot quicker than we have in the past. So I think if you take that and you summarize all that, it's not only creating the solutions for them, but making sure that long term that they can operate them and maintain them effectively.
I mean, let's face it, turnover is not going to go away. Labor issues are not going to go away. So as an equipment manufacturer and as a partner to our customers, the ways we've addressed it are with the machine elements that Nick's talking about. But then we also, how are we going to educate our customer, to fish for a lifetime, if you will, teach them how to take care of themselves. And Rademaker's been at the forefront of developing an academy-style training program where we are able to educate our customers at all levels of production, of maintenance, and sanitation, to come in and create programs so that they can reference that, resource that, provide their own in-house training. We could come out and do it as well, but we spent an awful lot of time and energy in putting that package together, because the old school way of fix it and leave doesn't work anymore. Now it's how do we teach our customers how to take care of themselves, and how do we make these machines more repeatable, more reliable, and easier to understand.
Now, what if our customers can't go to Holland? What if they can't go to our headquarters? What other options do they have?
Well, that's one of the reasons that we created the Rademaker Experience Center here in Chicago. Rademaker has always had the opportunity for our clients to come in to develop products, to validate processes in the Netherlands. We've been in business since 1977 as a global company, and have been in the United States and Canada now for 41 years. What we saw was that a lot of our clients didn't necessarily want to make the investment in money and time to make that trip to the Netherlands, which some still do. It's a great experience. Highly recommend everybody do it. But we also recognized that we needed to expand our offerings here, which is what we did when we opened this facility in 2024. So our clients now can come here. They can validate their products, validate their processes, do the testing, get educated as well on site, as well as though a lot of the educational services are also available online. Robert is a relatively new team member of Rademaker. You've been getting educated on some of our equipment offerings, because this isn't something you just learn overnight. Learning all the theories and theoreticals of what our equipment does and what the impact is on the product. And it's probably been really helpful to you.
It's been incredibly helpful. It's been a great experience to be able to learn kind of hands-on, front and center, from what Rademaker's core offerings are and how they can benefit from the market. It's been very beneficial for me.
It's great. Just validates the point that not only can our own team members get up to speed in providing valuable services, but also our customers can utilize that same type of training.
And we've actually extended the whole academy program into, a program that we call Train the Trainers now. So you really start looking at Rademaker trying to sit in the same seat with our clients and saying, hey, by the way, you're going to lose some talent at the bakery level, but if at least we can come in there and train your trainers, then that gives you the opportunity to be able to go in there and actually bring in new folks and have those people be able to train them without the Rademaker folks on site. So we're there for you when the need is there, of course, but at the end of the day, you could, help yourselves. But I do want to add a little bit onto the whole idea. I started with the company in the mid-'90s, and, we're a Cleveland, Ohio-based company here in the United States. But last June when we launched this experience center, I think that we had more foot traffic in here in 1 year than probably almost 20. You really look at the two things that, would prevent from somebody going overseas. It's time and money, but we're finding now more than anything, it's just time. Right. So especially at, as you work your way up the corporate ladder or the executive level or privately held groups, right now time is their most precious asset. So for us to be able to offer this facility in a short notice, be able to accommodate these tests and these training segments here in Chicago, it's been a very exciting year. I could tell you that for both us and our clients.
Won't even think about it. I mean, Nick, we had a client last year that flew in here and bought a line from us on site. And his comment to us was he could leave in the morning, validate the process by noon, and get on a flight home and still make it home for dinner that night. Whereas that was not going to be possible when he had to make that trip to the Netherlands. And we've had other examples of customers coming in here and experiencing the same thing.
Can you share an example of a recent trial or visit to the Experience Center that resulted in measurable improvements for the customer, such as increased throughput or more consistent quality?
So recently at Rademaker, Chicago, or the REC as we called, we had a client come in with their R&D folks, their research and development group. And with our dough technologist here, Spencer Hendrickson, that's on site, they were able to bring their ingredients, all of the ingredients that they make a certain product with, and they were to bring it here on the actual test line that we have in the back. And we're able to process the dough and actually deposit their filling as well onto the pastry and fold it and cut it and proof it and bake it here. And the client was able to, on our location, be able to improve their product without taking away time from their, stuff that's going on in their bakery and, their production and all that. So being able to utilize our asset and our technologists and our service and our equipment here, they were able to improve product quality without giving up anything in their bakery that day.
Robert, how does the Experience Center give your clients confidence to move forward with a solution after seeing it in action?
Coming into Chicago to utilize the Experience Center offers a really unique opportunity for our customers. They get kind of an opportunity for a real proof of concept to use their ingredients on our equipment on a Radini line in a production environment to really get a real world application for how their product could be made on our equipment. So to speak, a try before you buy, if you will. But they also get our experience and our resources here on site through the use of Spencer and other dough technologists to actually maybe refine their recipe or make things a little bit better for them. But they get to use us as a resource ultimately, and ultimately we can help them moving forward through building a lasting relationship.
One thing you were talking about that I don't think customers really understand is how expensive it is to do their own R&D and development. I mean, when they have to go to their company and try to sell their company on buying valuable line time that is making sellable product today in order to develop a product of the future, you can come here to Chicago and do it. And it's a much lower cost to come here to Chicago than it is to go overseas.
Nick, how do you guide clients who are weighing capital investment against operational savings and long-term growth?
At Rademaker, one of the things that, we pride ourselves by is to be the added value business partner for our clients. So, there was years ago when we used to just talk about building machines for clients. And today, with Rademaker USA here in Chicago and other strategic initiatives that we have, not just globally, but over here, the goal is to become a better business partner for our clients. And if you extend it into that question a little bit, there's always the balance of I'm going to make a capital investment and what do I get for that? And what do you get for that when you do business with Rademaker is you get all this expertise that we've been talking about this afternoon. You got the dough technologists, you got the 8 service engineers that are located over here, And when you balance that, if say I'm going to spend X amount of dollars, and not only do I get the output in terms of product quality and capacities and volumes and flexibility, but now I've got somebody that I could lean on a little bit. Now that I could say, hey, call Rademaker and say, hey, I'm having an issue with, one of my operators, and can you come out and support us in terms of training? Well, also we could bring, a dough technologist on site. But if you take that even further, you could say, hey, by the way, having issues with the maintenance department, we're having some guys, new folks are coming in, we bring in our service engineers. So we want to be that, not end all be all for our clients, but we really want to be someone, especially in today's world and in the cultures that are in these bakeries with the turnovers up, and to be able to call on Rademaker and really say, hey, I need some help. And now we've got a bunch of answers here, and we're getting stronger by the day too, by the way, Amy. Eric and myself and the strategic board in the Netherlands, we're constantly looking at improving ourselves to becoming, a better business partner than we were yesterday.
Talked a lot today about labor, but not just the loss of labor, also the lack of experience or the loss of experience. And that's where our integration team really rises to the top, because our integration team is made up of people that grew up in this industry, dedicated professionals that actually have experience running bakeries, not just selling you a machine or a process. So our integration team that we incorporated in 2018 is able to sit down with a client and put together a complete bakery from raw material all the way through packaging. Another way that Rademaker becomes a full service partner to our customers, not just trying to sell you the Rademaker asset, but trying to sell you the long-term solution to your business problems and challenges. So our integration team sits with you as a customer, listens, and can put together a world-class, best-of-breed system all the way through from raw material through packaging, or various stages in between. Maybe your packaging and you've got that all figured out, but you don't know how to put together raw material, mixing, makeup, proofing, baking, etc. So we're able to sit down with our customers and put together a system that will be here for them today, but also something they can grow into and be flexible in the future.
If you take what Eric just said there, and just to build on that a little bit, one of the things that we've prided ourselves by at this company for as long as I've been here, and you're talking about incorporated in '84 in the States and '77 in the Netherlands, is we always wanted to be somebody that helped our clients grow. So when you add in the resources that we have, when you add in now the systems integration component, now the goal for Rademaker is not just to sell a line and walk away, right? The goal is to help build that bakery into the next line, and the next line after that. We've got some classic cases of customers of ours that that we call friends now. We almost call them family, where they've not bought one line from us, but sometimes now double digits, right? And you start getting into those extended long relationships, and you truly start seeing the prosperity on both sides of the table.
Yeah, very rarely do you walk into a bakery and see one Rademaker line. You see multiple lines, which says that we're doing something right. We're there for our customers today and in the future.
Thank you all so much for joining us for this conversation. I hope it gave you a helpful look at how we're partnering with bakeries to improve consistency, scale production, and keep quality front and center. If today sparked any ideas or you're facing a challenge in your process, we'd love to invite you to visit the Rademaker Experience Center and see what's possible firsthand. Don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to hear your story and explore how we can help. Thanks again for spending time with us.